Stitchers!
Hi! I'm Keisha.
I'm Laura.
I'm Katie.
Welcome to the Pattern Queens Halloween Extra. So we have today, which is Monday the 26th, and we'll have Thursday and then Saturday, and then maybe one more quick recap to go through like everything, unless we just do it all on the 31st, but we'll talk about that. Because that would be our regular Flosstube day. So
Right. We just want to keep you guessing.
Well, and we've already decided that we're filming on Thursday, so we probably won't do another video until Saturday, right?
But I was saying maybe one after that to do the recap.
Okay.
But since that's our full video, we can probably do the recap.
Sorry, I'm not contracted to do this that long.
It is like cut off in the picture. There we go. That's a little better.
Perfect.
So, Keisha, do you have news today? Do you want to, anything you want to chat about?
Well, James laughed for the first time yesterday. That was
that's so exciting. Get to hear him, and we'll have to see if we caught him on tape or not, and if Keisha wants that out there. But
right. He has ticklish sides is what we've learned. So.
I went today on the way home, and I have officially voted.
Nice.
Mom gets to vote early.
So yes, it was really nice, and I didn't have to wait that long, which is good for me. And now all that stress is gone, and I have voted, and I'm excited that I have voted.
Yes.
I'll probably take a picture later of the little sticker and the pen they gave us. So when we went in to vote, they have like they kind of look like big tablets, and they get you set up. But when you're going in, you put at ours, we put our driver's license on this little stand with the barcode showing, and it scanned it and got us loaded in. And then they printed out a ticket, which one of the workers took over to the tablet. They scanned that, and it brings everything up for you. And they gave us a pen that has a stylus on the end, and that's how we made our selection. So it was really good. So I even have a pen that says, I voted in Clay County, Missouri.
Nice.
So big news today.
Yes.
Made me happy. Nothing to do with cross stitch, but it made me happy.
Right.
So, keep going. I might get some more stitches in.
So, Keisha, what have you been working on since Saturday?
Okay, well, on Saturday, I spun that I got to work on Booby's apiary from Artist Design. And that's also my work project. So that's the only thing I've worked on since we last spoke. And this is where I am. So I'd previously finished the bottom. So I finished her head. And then you can't really see. The wings are, and it's not even my lighting. The wings are basically the same color as my fabric, which is applesauce from Color and Cotton. So, there we go. If I get really close, you can kind of see. But it's the same color.
I got to see it in person, and you can see a difference in person.
It's the same color as the wings down here, and they're going to be pretty heavily backstitched. So it'll be fine. It'll be perfect. So I got the wings outlined because I'm filling those in at work. And then I got in, this is going to be a bee. It doesn't look much like a bee, but with the backstitching, it will.
I was going to ask you if it was a spider. So
no. So I'll show you now that you've seen.
So
here's, you can see those bees.
And they look great.
So that's what they look like without the back stitching. So the back stitching is going to be exciting on this piece. And then there's the wings. So you can see they're pretty heavily back stitched as well.
And I see that your little ghost will be back stitched too.
Yes. Yeah. Most of the things on here have back stitching around. So I'm pretty excited to get to all of that. So I'm getting really close on this.
You are.
I'm hoping that I will have it finished on Halloween. So, because with the Witching Hour Stitch Along that you guys are hosting with the Black Needle Society. There are 2 stitching challenges that you said. One is to stitch with 310, which is what most of the back stitching is. And one is stitch on things with pumpkins. Well, these things have pumpkin heads. So
I will also tell you that you do not have to save that 310. It's just stitch on a project that contains 310.
Oh, well, then we're in business. This has a lot of 310 in it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to spin and see what I'm going to work on the next few days. And I will be working on Booby's apiary at work. So let's see. Ooh, a Candy-A-Day from the Frosted Pumpkin. So
is that one from the magazine?
Yes, that's the one from the magazine. Mm-hmm. And I don't have the magazine in here with me, but I've worked on it already this month. So I'm excited to get back to that one.
And it's really fun and faster than I thought it would be.
Yes, definitely.
I think it looks like it's supposed to be bigger and like more dense than it really is, because the sides of the monster fillet go really fast because it's so thin. It's only 4 stitches wide. So
right, and
progress.
Right, and that's one of the nice things about things from the Frosted Pumpkin is they do a lot of things in solid blocks of color, so you just feel like you're getting a lot of progress quickly.
Okay.
So what about you?
Miss Katie, you're up.
You go ahead.
Well, I just realized I have to get mine ready because it was still in the hoop. So give me just a minute here to pop this out. We're a hot mess, aren't we?
I was going to stitch last night, and then I forgot that I had planned to stitch last night. So I went ahead and wrapped some Advent gifts for Black Needle Society.
And I wrapped some gifts for
So I was like, oh shoot, I need to go home and I need to stitch for my hour before we film with Keisha. And it didn't quite happen that way.
So she's getting close. Okay, so mine is from the Sisters book from Blackbird Designs. And I am doing At First Cock Crow.
So good.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. And I really like this. And when I started, I just had a little bitty bit done. I think I can put this behind it and it'll be better. I just had a little bit done, like this bird in the center and the pinwheel by it. And I had started the little gravestones, but I managed to get the rest of that little scene done. Oh, yeah. I still picked up the wrong color. I picked up pumpkin patch instead of pumpkin pie. So I can't finish all of it out. But I also did the border all the way to the top. And then I did this border along the bottom, and I'm starting across the bottom, which I like to work from the bottom up. Mm-hmm. So that'll be better for me. And above this line where my finger is here, that everything up here will be words.
Oh, okay.
This is where the verse is. So this will be good. I can finish all of the pictures. I had a little bit of floss left over right here. Katie, I'm really vamping for you here. I had a little bit of floss left over. And so I started these stitches on the roof of the house. And I've decided it's a really variegated one. I've decided that I'm going to do them diagonally just to be a little different effect.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So that is that one. And then I counted, this was actually project number 11.
Ooh.
So I only have 2 more that I really have to do. And really, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. And I was supposed to do Playing with Jacks. Look, I actually filled in my book. I was supposed to do Playing with Jacks, which would be a new start. And I just don't want to because I'm not going to get very much time with it. And I know when I start that, I'm really going to want to work on it. But go ahead.
I said it's such a good one, of course.
Yes. And so I don't want to shortchange it.
Right.
And I've been kind of frustrated starting and stopping, and I just am not in the mood. So I have this from By the Bay Needle Art. I have white pumpkin patch.
Ooh.
And I started this one last year. And this is how far I got.
Oh, wow. That border looks really good on that fabric.
Doesn't it? I love it. Thank you. It's 32 count vintage sand dune from Lakeside Linens. And this was just a little piece that that was in the garage sale at our LNS a couple of years ago. And so I picked up, I picked up weird little pieces just to try some different things.
Right.
And yes, I love, it's just 310.
I'm so excited because next year is garage sale year at our LNS. So it's
We hope,
2021.
right?
Yeah, as long as COVID doesn't shut it down.
But yeah, everything in this is DMC, and I love how pretty this is. I can't wait to do those white pumpkins on here.
It's gonna look so good.
So this one, thank you. This one I am going to start working on, and probably I'm working on it most of the week, because then I have Misfortune is my last one from Prairie Schooler, and I have it set to go on Friday, and we'll see. I mean, I don't know how much I will get in on this one, but I really love it. And I don't know if you saw it, but when I get done with the black border, there's a white border inside it.
Oh, yeah, you can kind of see that.
So I'll have to go around with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pumpkins and all the rest of the stuff. So I don't know that I'll see everything is stitched.
Okay, I was trying to decide if those were
backstitch.
Buttons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I mean it's very stitch intensive, but I think it'll go quickly, hopefully. And we'll see if I have yet another finish before the end of the month.
Awesome. Well,
Has 0.
I've had one
month, right?
Yeah.
You've had one? Yes.
I've had one.
That's
hopefully
awesome.
2 by the end of this.
Have you tracked your hours?
I haven't tracked my hours, but I have tracked how many stitches I've done this month, if anyone is curious about that.
Well, I know you were going for 13 hours, and I think you put in way more than that.
Yeah, I kind of stopped around 8 hours, and we had done just 1 week, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to make this.
Oh, good. So how many stitches have you done so far?
I have done, well, hold on just a second.
If you guys don't know, Keisha on Instagram is at Acctgforstitches, and it's ACCTNG.
Right. Well,
so it's in the drop down.
Yes. Okay. Oh, there we go. I so far have done 5,173 stitches this
nice.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. Way more than I thought.
I think whatever your final number is, it has to be divisible by 13.
Oh.
Or have 13 in it.
Yeah. And that doesn't count the back stitching that I've done. So I did a lot of back stitching on October 31st and have done a lot of back stitching on Booby's apiary. So that doesn't count those back stitches.
Okay.
Okay. Well, now I have to make sure.
We haven't had October 31st yet.
No. Oh, okay.
I'm confused.
The one from Rona Nori. October 31st.
Oh, the P.
I was confused by what you were saying.
I thought you were making a bad joke.
Woo! It was a long day. Can I tell you the other thing that happened to me today is that when I got to school today, the principal said, "Hey, you get to go cover kindergarten class this afternoon."
Oh.
And the sub that they had kind of got them all wound up.
No. The sub.
Miss Landis had to use the mom voice and say, I am not talking to you because you are not listening to me.
Because you are not sitting in a chair.
I am not listening to you because you are not listening to me. When you listen to me and do what I say and raise your hand and do things the right way, then we can talk.
I hope somebody scrubs through the video and just goes right there. And it's like, what did Katie do?
Yes, it was quite interesting. And let me tell you, I have never been so thrilled to have a class go to the specials, because that means that I was in there with them for a couple of hours, and then I got to take them and drop them off with somebody else for an hour.
Oh, an hour. Oh, yeah.
Back to back specials. And then I went and covered a recess and gave another teacher a break, and still had a few minutes to go sit down in the quiet room all by myself for a couple minutes.
And I totally can understand this because I was a sub last year pre-COVID. And
now you know why she likes being James's nanny.
we would trade war stories at the end of the day when I was a sub. I was a sub at her school, actually, as the PE teacher. I loved being a PE teacher because I
did that last week too.
I don't have to do the running. They have to do the running.
Yeah. But also, I didn't tell you this, when I was taking them back from specials, we literally had 3 minutes before end of day dismissal started, and we had to go from the back of the school to the front of the school. I'm in a small school, but still kindergartners. And there were I probably have at least 20 of them. And it was a lot of kindergartners to wrangle. I started from the back of the line when I got them all out in the hall, and I said, okay, we're going to be ninjas. And they're like, oh, they're so excited. And by the time I got to the front of the line, I'm like, okay, we're going to be ninjas. Go to the next stop sign. We have stop signs on our floor so that they can walk along. It's a great thing to get your line moving and be able to kind of stay in the middle where you can see everything around a corner, and they know where to stop. So all my little ninjas went leaping down the hall.
Which I also did. I came up with it on my own before. Mom had already been doing it, but I came up with it on my own, but I didn't have a good name for it. So when I did it, I was like, we're going to be super secret spies. We're going to be quiet, and they're not going to know that we're in the hallway. And so then I told Mom about it, and she's like, oh yeah, I call that ninjas. I'm like, oh, better name. Okay, so anyway.
Also,
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, so when James gets older and he tells me that him and Miss Katie played ninjas, I'll just know that you were trying to make him be quiet.
Oh, well, Brendan and I played ninjas, but it was a game that I picked up from boys in college.
Oh my gosh, it's hysterical too.
You each strike a pose, and then you're only allowed one move. So it's kind of like you're going slow motion, but you're not. And you're trying to like smack the other person's hand. Yeah, but you only get to move one place, and you're frozen however you land. And that person gets to move themselves out of the way as fast as possible so you don't hit their hand.
They were hysterical. It's a lot of rules. It would take her forever to tell you. But it was hysterical to watch them play because my kids are 10 years apart.
I'm a lot taller. Or I was a lot taller. He's taller than me now. We don't play anymore.
So, Katie, what did you work on?
It's been another week, right? No. So I started Silver Creek Samplers. So traditionally, I am a top left starter. I couldn't do that because I didn't read the pattern. Like, I didn't pull stuff out and read it when I was buying supplies. What color is that lettering, Keisha?
Green.
That's what I thought. Nope. It's Gentle Arts Soot.
Oh. Huh.
I think since this pattern came out in 2011, Soot has changed a little bit.
Or it's kind just of really bad picture.
I mean, it kind of looks like Garden Gate to me, how Garden Gate changes.
No, Garden Gate goes brown.
But it changes a lot like that. And I could see
Raven, maybe, because Raven goes green.
I just was thinking I could see Garden Gate changing like that.
So I didn't think that Soot would show up very well on my dark purple fabric.
Right.
So I decided to start top right. So I started on the moon.
Do you need me to do this?
Sure. I started on the moon.
Awesome.
So that's as far as I've gotten in About an hour, just about an hour.
Which is why we were vamping so long, so that Katie could have a few more minutes
Have it start.
to get that in.
Because I was silly and forgot to actually stitch last night. But hey, 1,080 Advent presents wrapped, 1,440 to go.
Nice.
Does that count the ones I did last night?
No.
Oh, so 1,080, that would be 1,140 wrapped.
Yeah, and 1,380. No.
Yeah, 80, 8 and 6.
Okay,
Yep,
yeah, 80.
to go.
Awesome.
Getting closer. And if I can get Dad to do one of the 25 or one of the 12-day items, 12-day means that it's in both the 25 and 12-day boxes. So it's one of the higher count numbers. Yeah. If I can get him to do a pattern tonight, that would take a whole bunch out of each column, like add a bunch to one and subtract from another. So,
Oh, yes. And in other news, Katie and I and Athena so far did start another Flosstube channel call for the Black Needle Society. And we filmed a couple of times. Mostly it's just informational. We're not showing stitching updates. And come on, buddy.
Tiger wants up right now. Come on.
There we go. And so we did our spin on there to announce our photo challenge winner from the Fall Into Stitching box.
Yes. And I need to make sure to tag her on Instagram and make sure that she knows she won. But we also unwrapped gifts 2 through 5.
I think that's right.
Yes. On there. And so one of our next videos, we're going to do another catch up of unwrapping the trick or treat box. So
Awesome.
Oh, and yesterday was the day that I was kind of like most anxious about because it was like a 100% handmade item, almost 100%. The only thing that wasn't handmade was the fact that I had to have somebody else print the fabric for me. But I drew the artwork on the fabric and sewed it all together.
Do you have that by you, Keisha?
I don't have it, but I love it.
And you don't have one by you either, right?
No, I don't. But it's a little voodoo doll pin cushion. So
yes,
it's out the box. I like it.
It's fun and quirky, and we wanted it to look very barbaric.
Primitive. If you don't know the story, for the longest time I couldn't remember the word primitive.
When she was very young.
Yes. So I got it mixed up with the word barbaric. And so I would be talking in the cross stitch shop about the barbaric cross stitch.
The shop owner did not appreciate that. So it was pretty good, and we love that. So yeah, barbaric patterns.
Start designing those. Start a whole new trend.
But it's a very primitive feeling little piece, and it is so fun. And somebody said something about, that would make such a cute pattern. So we may have to get Katie on that.
So yeah, I really just designed it to be cute. I didn't want it to be too scary if little kids were around or anything like that. So I just wanted it to look cute.
Okay, so that was your whip. So what
plan.
are you going to? Yes.
What's the plan, Stan? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know.
We are chatty tonight. We stopped and got Starbucks. Does that tell you what's?
I've seen Katie drinking the Starbucks.
It's decaf.
Now, yeah, it was all decaf, but still lots of sugar. I'm sure. Are you gonna let Keisha choose again? Oh my goodness, she has all these big bags.
It's 3.
That's the one I want.
Yeah.
I want you to do it.
Okay, Keisha.
Don't tell her which one is which. Yeah.
1, 2, or 3.
I'm gonna pick 1.
You just made Mom happy.
I know. I figured that the first one that you pulled up was the one that she looked at. I cheated. I cheated and aided my fellow Flosstuber.
I've really
so
been
nice
wanting
to know you've got my back.
I've really been wanting to stitch this one, to start this one too. It is Autumn on Lazy Bear Mountain by Kathy Barrick.
Ah, love it.
Isn't that great?
That's so good.
And I don't know if she has others in this series or not, but darn, it's cute.
It is.
It really is.
So that's what I'm doing.
Awesome.
So now we have plans from all of us.
Oh, should I say what I'm doing it on?
Oh, you can.
Doing it on R&R French Vanilla 30
Ooh,
count.
That's really pretty.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you guys can't see it very well because our lighting is awful because, you know, we have no sunlight anymore. It's dark outside.
Right.
Okay.
But there we go.
That's exciting. And then how many more starts do you need to have?
2.
You need 2 more to make it to 13. Okay.
After that one, yeah. So maybe I'll start that one tonight. Oh, wait, no, I can't. I have to do freelance tonight.
We'll see.
We'll see how long freelance takes.
How many have you stitched on? Do you know? Because
Let me consult my spreadsheet. I could probably think of it off the top of my head.
I mean, how many spins have you done?
Well, I've stitched on 6 different things.
Okay.
So I've stitched on Booby's Apiary, the Mysterious Halloween Town, which was a new start, and I started that on the 1st.
Okay.
A Candy a Day, which is by the Frosted
New start.
New start. Candy Corn Costume Contest, which was also a new start.
A new start.
So 3 new starts. And then the Evil Queen from Bendy Stitchy
Yes.
Designs, which is a whip. And then October 31st by Rona Nori, which I finished and was a whip whenever we started October. So
That's pretty good.
yeah.
And I
So
know your wheel has just been spinning the same thing.
yeah, no, the wheel loves, I think the wheel has only spun Mysterious Halloween Town and Booby's Apiary, and then once spun Candy Corn Costume Contest, so I got to start that. And then today decided to spin Candy a Day. But yeah,
Yeah,
the-
Well, I even am the one who chose Candy a Day the first time. So
Yes.
and she's only had 2 spins that were not one of those 2.
And I chose
But-
I chose the date for Evil Queen, and we
Right.
worked on it because we started it during Mania this year.
But I will say you've made excellent progress on your
Yes.
Halloween Town and your boobies.
Thanks. My
Yeah.
movies are looking pretty good.
You really cracked me up because you were so concerned that you wouldn't have time to stitch on
Right.
projects, and I think limiting it and just spinning made it you've just kind of had fun with it then, right?
Right. Yeah. It's been really good. It's been pretty low stress. And James decides some days that he wants to sleep. So that's good.
He's kind of getting more in a routine and a rhythm, isn't he?
Yeah, he's kind of, I usually get, unless it's a bad night, I usually get at least an hour of stitching after he goes to bed at night. So,
And I feel like this is kind of in a good way forcing me to stitch because it's forcing me to take, you know, an hour at some point over a 2 or 3 day period and sit down and stitch and start something. So
you probably need the break.
yeah.
So Saturday, tell Keisha what you were thinking you're going to do.
Oh, I don't know if that's still the plan. The plan that I was thinking was trying to change patterns once an hour of everything and like going back to some of the ones that I started this month already. I don't know if that's going to happen. I think maybe I would change every 2 hours because we're going to be busy during some of the time. So I just don't want to cheat myself out of some time on some of them. But the other thing though that's kind of making me go, meh, that might not happen, is I would really like to put some stitches in on Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. So that might be my Halloween project. I'm not sure yet.
Or maybe just your top 3 that you worked on and just spin the wheel for those.
If you do Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, you could definitely set up all your frames. That would be easy stitching to do during.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I've already started doing and hopefully would continue doing.
Awesome.
Okay, we've rambled a long time.
We're professional ramblers.
It's true.
Had coffee and you're never gonna get done with us. So
No.
Okay. So we'll be back on Thursday, like we said, to give you an update.
Mhm.
And we'll see if I've had to wrangle any more kindergartners or do any more PE class. PE coach is back. I should be good. But kindergarten, maybe. So, okay.
All right.
Bye.
Have a couple days.